moving on, in an exclusive interview to Headlines Today, senior BJP leader and former RSS spokesperson Ram Madhav has confirmed his meeting with former Kashmiri separatist leader Sajjad Lone and has not ruled out a post-poll alliance with Lone's People's Conference in Jammu and Kashmir. Speaking exclusively to Rahul Kanwal, Madhav laid out the Saffron Party's strategy to achieve its mission 44 in the poll-bound state. Here's a look.
The BJP has given a clarion call of Mission Kashmir, the idea being to win more than 44 seats in the Jammu and Kashmir assembly elections. Is this at all possible given the baggage with which the BJP approaches these elections? Joining us now, senior BJP leader Mr. Ram Madhav. There's a battle in Delhi, there's a battle in Jharkhand, but the one battle with international ramifications is your Mission Kashmir. Is this just a slogan to try and up the morale of your cadre on the ground, or do you believe this is actually doable?
We are serious about Jammu Kashmir needs and deserves a real good government today, and only we, the BJP, with some friends in Jammu and in the valley, can offer such a government which is development oriented, which is not plagued by the kind of things that the state is facing all these years in last 2 decades, like nepotism, family wad, bhrashtachar, corruption. We are the real and most available alternative before the people of Jammu and Kashmir, and I have been to the state several times in the last 2 months, and I believe that people of the state also believe in the same way.
The demographics of Jammu and Kashmir are biased against your party. You can win Jharkhand, you can do well in Maharashtra, you can do well in Haryana, but the voting pattern of the valley especially and the number of seats in the valley would indicate that if looked at purely electorally, the BJP stands no hope of being able to touch the magic figure of 44. What exactly is your strategy, Mr. Madhav?
Rahul, strategy is never discussed in TV studios. But having said it, I will only say one thing. We will overcome all these perceived hurdles like demographics, religious composition. When you say demographics, that's what you mean, I know. We will overcome all these things because today Prime Minister Modi enjoys huge support from across the cross-section of the people in the valley, in Jammu, in Ladakh, everywhere. People look up to him with great hope, and I am sure under his leadership we will overcome all these things.
You said that you hope to do well in the valley with the help of your friends in the Kashmir valley. Who are your friends in the Kashmir valley?
Whoever is willing to stand up to the misrule of NC and PDP in all these years, who is ready to stand up to these two families, politically ready to challenge them. We welcome all of them to come forward. We all have to join hands to defeat these two parties.
Chairman of the People's Conference, Sajjad Lone, has given an interview in which he says that Ram Madhav came and met with me. What was your meeting with Sajjad Lone about?
Now see, we meet with many people. I have met with several others also in the valley. So it is a process. When elections happen, you do meet people, you look for friends, you try to understand local political realities.
Lone is a friend?
As I said, we also try to understand local political realities. We look for different forces which can stand up to these two parties.
So you are essentially trying to prop up the People's Conference as a counter to the PDP and the National Conference. Is that what you're saying?
You must remember that all these people are leaders in their own right. They have their own following. They have their own standing in the valley. To say that we are trying to prop up anybody is totally incorrect. But yes, all good people who believe in democracy, who believe in electoral politics for the development of the state, they have an opportunity to come forward. Today this election offers an excellent opportunity.
So you think Sajjad Lone is a good person?
No, as long as he believes in the electoral process,
sure, of course he does.
As long as he believes in the electoral process, and as long as he is ready to take on the two parties there, which are the main reason behind the backwardness and the pitiable condition of the Jammu and Kashmir state today, he should be supported.
So let me try and paraphrase this, because he is opposed to both Mehbooba and Omar, and he is willing to consider fighting these elections. So you're saying the BJP is not averse to supporting, not propping up, but to support and enable Sajjad Lone's fight against the two family-held parties of the Kashmir Valley. Is that what I'm understanding you?
For your information, we are going to have our own candidates in his own seat also. BJP also is contesting the seats. But I am only saying that we need more and more people who probably have been following a separatist path earlier to use this opportunity to come forward and join the political mainstream.
And you're willing to consider a post-poll alliance with him?
What happens after the polls, we have to wait and see. I mean, it all depends on.
But you're not ruling it out. You're not ruling it out. You're not ruling it out.
No, as I said, post-poll things we will discuss only after the poll results.
But you're not ruling it out. So you're okay with the idea of allying with a separatist leader if he's contesting in the electoral process and if he's opposed to Mehbooba and Omar. That's what I've understood.
No, what is your criteria for a separatist leader? Somebody who is participating in your own election process, who wants to join political mainstream, who wants to become an MLA, who wants to work for the development of the state. For to call him separatist leader, what are the definitions of these words? First of all, you have to decide.
Okay, you made your point. There is a conspiracy theory, Mr. Ram Madhav, which is being propounded. I've travelled through the Kashmir Valley as well, you've just come back, where people believe that the BJP over the past few months has activated all the Kashmiri pundits, got them to register with the Election Commission, so that in those 8 to 10 seats in the Kashmir Valley, where there used to be a high proportion of Kashmiri pundits before they were forced to leave the valley, you can get them to come out and vote. And at a time when the Hurriyat will order a boycott, pushing poll percentages down, you get the Kashmiri pundits to go out and vote for you. That could potentially alter the electoral dynamics of the Kashmir Valley.
I'm really surprised that you are calling the genuine urge of the pundits to go and use their legitimate right to vote as a conspiracy.
No, I'm not saying that.
You are saying it's a conspiracy.
No, one second. I never said that.
They are all
in the Kashmir Valley. And that's how you hope to strike in Kashmir.
They are all legitimate voters of the state.
Absolutely.
And they are state subjects. For very unfortunate historical reasons, they have been denied that right for the last 2 decades. Today they are enthused by the changed environment in the country. They want to use their legitimate right to, do their little to bring change.
But your party has made a massive effort, a big campaign to try and get the pundits re-registered.
Many Kashmiri Pandit organizations have done that. And I'm saying it's a very legitimate act. We all should support it.
But this could potentially alter the electoral dynamics of seats in the Kashmir Valley, especially those 8-10 seats.
If you are saying that in our favor, aapke muh mein ghee shakkar. So you're a legitimate activity.
No, because
what's wrong?
Because the concern then is that does the BJP intend to install a Hindu chief minister in Jammu and Kashmir?
Jammu and Kashmir's chief minister will be a voter, a representative of the people of Jammu and Kashmir. People like you may see the religion and caste of each person, but we see him as the legitimately elected person in the elections and elected by the legislators of the state.
Okay, you went to Kashmir recently, you travelled. What was the feedback that you got? Because people were very angry with the floods and the response of the state government, especially after those floods. And Umar said that this is not the right time to be doing politics in the Kashmir Valley at all.
People of the valley are certainly very unhappy with the way the post-flood situation was handled by the state government. Government of India has tried to extend support to them to the extent possible, and it will continue to do that. And there is, so far the relief activity has been completed. The major work of rehabilitation is there, that will be taken up soon. People are fed up with the state government, not just because of the post-flood handling, but also the misrule in last 6 years. And they also see a great hope in Prime Minister Modi's vision, his programs, the way he offered his support to the state by going there on the Diwali day and spending the day with the people, affected people there. People have great hope in Prime Minister Modi's leadership.
If you fall short of a majority, would the BJP be willing to tie up with the PDP in a post-poll scenario to come together, a big valley from Jammu, a big party from Jammu, a big party from Kashmir, coming together to form a government?
Don't worry, we will have enough numbers to form the government in the state without PDP or NC support.
But how do you respond to the conspiracy theorists who believe that a lot of what's happening along the India-Pakistan border, a lot of the shelling that's taking place, the heightened tension, is all with an eye to polarize the voters of Jammu and Kashmir.
To polarize the voters of Jammu and Kashmir, Pakistan is shelling our border villages. If that is the conspiracy theory, then you can give credence to such theories. We don't.
No, but it's the response from India, the heightened response, the animosity with Pakistan when it comes to dialogue, the refusal to try and open a front and reach out to Pakistan. Does any of this have anything to do with the elections in Kashmir? That you want to look tough for the people of Jammu and Kashmir?
For a very long time, we have made politics of Jammu and Kashmir subjective to Pakistan. We are saying de-link them. Handling of Pakistan is the issue before the whole country. It's not an issue subjective to elections in a given state of Jammu and Kashmir or not. It's a totally different issue. In fact, that is very important message today, that we should free Jammu and Kashmir. We should not look at Jammu and Kashmir from the prism of Pakistan, how it reacts and what it does and what it doesn't do. That's the main message we are carrying. Jammu and Kashmir is a state which requires a lot of attention for development. There is huge poverty, huge backwardness, unemployment, especially equal measure in Valley and Jammu. In both areas, people are suffering. You can't subject it to every time whether there is a firing or not. What is Pakistan is doing?
The firing and India's tough position has nothing to do with the election.
That is a position that government of India took in its right. It was a right decision. It was a wise decision to for our army to handle it.
You're putting up candidates in the Kashmir Valley. What is the word on Article 370? Is that part of what you intend to talk to them about?
All the issues pertaining to Jammu Kashmir elections, we will talk about them through our manifesto very soon. Jammu and Kashmir state manifesto will come out.
You've been meeting people.
Yeah,
what have you been telling
once
them?
The manifesto is ready,
so the BJP
we will talk about them.
In this election, the BJP, if it were to get a chance to form the government in Kashmir, will push ahead with its views
with our
on
view for development and freeing the state from the misrule of NC and PDP, the Parivarvad and Bhrashtachar of these
but I'm asking you, sir, about Article 370.
And development, this will be our main focus area.
Article 370?
All other subjects. There are many more subjects. You are talking about only Article 370. I can list you a number of issues. On all those issues, we will be spelling out our view through our manifesto very soon. Just wait.
No, because
just for a couple of weeks, we will come out with our manifesto.
Kashmir Valley and tell people that Article 370 is still on your agenda, then you're surely not hoping to get too many votes in Kashmir. Are you hoping that despite pushing Article 370, you will still get votes in Kashmir?
As I said, what all will be on our agenda, we will certainly spell out through our manifesto. But what Kashmiri people immediately want in this election, as I highlighted, they want to become free from the stranglehold of these two parties. They want development. They see in Prime Minister Modi a great hope for the development of Jammu and Kashmir.
One final question before I end. For those in the valley especially who distrust the BJP and its historical Hindutva leanings, what is your message, Mr. Ram Madhav? If they were to give the BJP, led by Amit Shah and Mr. Narendra Modi, an opportunity to come to power, how would you assuage their concerns on the right-wing Hindutva leanings that they perceive your party has?
A large number of people in the valley today see in BJP a party committed to development, committed to clean governance and to corruption. They see in BJP a government which is strongly committed to the welfare of the last man on the street, poor man, a government of the poor, for the poor. So I think majority of the people look at BJP in this way. But if, as you rightly said, some people may have certain apprehensions, I appeal to them that they should look at BJP differently. They should understand that we stand for the welfare of every person in the valley and in Jammu and in Ladakh area, all Kashmiris.
You're asking people to look beyond caste, you're asking people to look beyond religion. You were able to pull this off both in Maharashtra and Haryana, but Jammu and Kashmir is neither Maharashtra nor Haryana. I think the BJP realizes that as well. This will be an exciting electoral winter. Thank you very much, Mr. Ram Madhav, for joining us in Headlines today. Wish you all the best.